Well, isn't this a gorgeous room? This is room 200 in the West Block. It's one of the nicer rooms in this old historic building that is used for a lot of functions, and you can see it's being set up tonight for some kind of a cocktail party or reception. Right? Later on tonight? Absolutely. 5:30, okay. Well, it's just after question period, and I'm actually in a committee meeting down the hall, and I've only got a second to talk to you, and then I've got to back into the committee meeting. But I just came from question period, and today in question period I had a chance to ask a question, because tonight, maybe already by the time you see this online, but we have a very important vote, which is the last vote approving the budget. And when this vote passes, one of the things that will happen is income trusts will be taxed. That's it. It's over, at least for now, until the next election. Or maybe there's something else to be done. We can talk about that. But anyway, it's a very critical vote. So I asked the Minister of Finance if at this 11th hour, because he has provided no information justifying this tax grab for seniors, if he now would release that at this moment, and if he would consider holding that part of the budget back for another vote until we all have a chance to understand and digest the information that should have been made available months ago. Well, guess what happened? I got no answer. Take a look at this.
Honourable Member for Halton.
Mr. Speaker, tonight we vote on legislation which will destroy the hopes and savings of millions of Canadians. When the Conservatives and their NDP buddies support the taxing of income trusts, they'll betray more than 2 million Canadians, many of them seniors, with a broken promise. Now, these victims have been asking the Minister of Finance for two things. One, proof that his crushing tax was necessary, and two, some compassion. So far, he's given none. So I ask him for the last time, with just a few hours left, will he release the data justifying this tax?
The Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I heard the Honourable Member from Halton talking about just a few hours left to keep a promise. It's just a few hours left. He's got all the time he wants, any time he wants to keep his promise, when he said, I think anyone who crosses the floor should go back to the people for ratification. We're happy for him to keep that promise a couple of months ago, but we'll keep it tonight if he wants to keep it tonight.
Honourable Member for Halton.
Speaker, it is a profound sign of disrespect, not to me, I don't care, but to Canadians, that the Minister of Finance will not even rise to answer this question. Now, he talks about pension splitting, but 70% of pensioners, of Canadians, have no pension, and he's taking $25 billion from Canadians with income trusts. So I ask him one more time, what is the purpose of this government taking $25 billion from seniors? Why should we be taxing the life out of them? Minister, withdraw!
Honourable the Government House Leader. Order. The Honourable the Government House Leader.
Just about got 10%. I know the Honourable Member is enjoying his cross-Canada campaign to provide for a tax-free corporate sector in Canada. I know he thinks that companies shouldn't pay taxes. We believe they should. But we also know when he talks about respect for the voters and respect for Canadians, what he thinks. Here's what he said April 19th, 2007 at Government Operations Committee. This is the member for Halton. He said, no one cares what I campaigned on.
Well, was it just me, or are you getting a little tired of this as well? Every single time I stand up in the House of Commons to ask a question on behalf of my constituents and Canadians, the government merely stands up and says, Turner, resign. It's as if they forget they actually threw me out of their party. Well, enough of that. I'm not resigning. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to ask many more of these questions. Now, one other thing, of course, coming up tonight, I blogged about this, about Bill Casey. And you know that in this vote tonight, again, it may be over by the time you get to this, but pay some heed to this. Conservative Nova Scotia Member of Parliament Bill Casey may well vote against the government tonight. If he does that, he is going to be my compatriot. He's going to be out of the Conservative Party for standing up for what he believed. I've been trying to talk to Bill during the day today, and we exchanged some information, and I had one message to him, and that is, Bill, do the right thing.